Okay, Silas and I are back in the stand this evening, and it's warmed up a lot. It's still kind of hot already. So there's some storm clouds coming in a little bit. So hopefully we'll get some shade, but hopefully it won't storm. Hopefully we may, get a little bit of rain, but hopefully the lightning and the thundering and things doesn't come with it. So we have to get down, but hopefully, we'll get just enough coverage to cool it off and maybe even cool us off with some rain, but we'll see how that goes. We've seen several ones in the middle of the day. The ones that I saw this morning at my feeder went to the other ones while we were at the cabin during the day, so that was kind of surprising that they came in the middle of the the day and in the heat and everything. But the cows seem to have moved on a little bit, so hopefully they'll stay away from us this evening. But Silas and I just have everything set up. We just put up my bow and just got the camera set up and everything, so we're all ready to sit out here till dark. So Shalise and James went to the other stand and they're getting set up right now. So between the two of us, or the four of us, maybe we'll get something. So we'll see what happens. I don't know if you can see this off in the distance. It looks like it's already raining. I hear some thunder. So I really hope it stays that way. Shoot a big axis buck. Are we gonna eat him? Have we seen anything yet? What did we see?
A small buck.
A spike? Yeah. Shalisa's got her bow over there. So if there's a raccoon or something comes to the feeder, we'll give her a shot at that. We got plenty of raccoons we could get rid of. Okay, it's almost 7 o'clock. Silas stole my hat. He got his hat and my hat and laid down on the bottom of the stand again and just trying to lay down out of the sun. But so far I have seen the 8-point came back in again with a 6-point earlier, and then they left, and then the 8-point came back with a spike. So the whitetail have been moving and have come in a couple times, but so far that's all I've seen. There was a couple axes that were calling earlier, and they seemed like they were getting closer and closer, but they never came in. I'll show you Silas again. He's using my hat as a pillow. He's tired. He just laid down earlier and took like an hour nap. So Silas is asleep again underneath my feet. So he slept most of the time that we've been out here so far. But Silas and Shalise do a really good job of sitting out here for as long as they do, especially at the ages that they are. They're 5 and 7 now. Like I've told you before, they've been hunting out here since they were babies. Silas and Shalisa are my stepchildren. I have 2 older girls, and then we have Silas and Shalise. I love them like my own. I love all 4 of my babies, and I've told you before, they've been out here since they were babies. James was a single dad, and just because he had 2 little ones, they're so close together that they're basically like raising twins. And he's always brought them out here ever since they were in diapers. He used to come out here with them, and I think they had a pop-up blind, and then they would also use the box blind and stuff that's by the cabin. But he's always brought them out here and have taught them, and this is all that they know. I mean, they've been raised doing this, and he's never let having little ones and having kids stop him from doing what he loves, and from teaching them as well. So when we started dating, Silas was 2 and Shalise had just turned 4, and we started coming out here. He brought me out here, and we started splitting up the kids. He took 1 and I took 1, and to be perfectly honest, it was a struggle for me. The kids have been used to doing this for a while, and I've hunted by myself when I was, before James and I started dating and getting married. I hunted some here and there, but to be able to hunt with kids, I never did that with my older ones. So it was a new experience for me, and it was kind of a struggle at first for me, getting used to having a 2-year-old in the stand with me, being fidgety and stuff like that, and it took me a while. I mean, it was frustrating, and it took me a little while for me to kind of get the hang of it. And we switch up children from time to time, but for the most part, Silas has kind of been my hunting buddy since day one. I've always taken Silas with me, and James takes Shalise. Shalise is such a daddy's girl, so Shalise always goes with James, and we take them each separately, and the more we've done it and the older they're getting, the easier it gets. They struggle from time to time, but the easier it gets. And, I'm saying all this to say, for me personally, I didn't know, having the girls, my older girls never had the experience that the younger ones have. And just because you have kids doesn't mean you have to stop, or that you can't go hunting. They can go with you, and there are extra circumstances and struggles and different things you may encounter. But in the long run, it's a wonderful opportunity for them. You don't miss out, and you're teaching them a valuable lesson. And I hope that they enjoy it as much as they get older, and that they can start doing it on their own and provide for their families as they get older. But it's a good experience for us, and it's a good experience for them. And you don't have to stop everything just because you have kids. You keep doing it, start doing it. If you don't hunt, you can start, and it's kind of you learn as you go, and you figure out what works and what doesn't work. And, I've been doing it for a few years now, and every time I come out here, I learn something new. Trial and error. There's things that James has taught me. There's a lot of things he's taught me. And then there's things that I've learned just from experience. We watch a lot of hunting shows, and I learn a lot from that as well. Different things and how deer react in different ways, and just so many different things. There's so much to learn, and it's so exciting. But I love bringing the kids out here now. There's still struggles from time to time, but I love it. I love the fact that they come out here with us, and it's something that we can do together as a family.